Okay guys, I'm back. It's time for news. So there's a bunch of these videos that came up recently and I actually have not seen them yet. I've actively avoided seeing them. So like this one, for instance, I saw like posts about this, but I didn't actually watch the video. I intentionally didn't watch the video so that we can have like an actual, like I can give you like my actual reaction on it. So here we go. We'll check it out. I have literally no clue what this is about. I'm assuming it's not super bad and that it's okay for stream because no one stopped me. If it is bad, it's Julio's fault. All right, here we go. Post by ALX. Last night, Worcester, Massachusetts voted to become a sanctuary city for transgender and gender diverse people. The city council meeting before the vote was interesting. All right, I'm gonna give you my honest take on this.
To protect me because the federal government won't. And if you think you're afraid of Trump, you should see how afraid of Trump I am.
Can you wrap up, please?
Okay.
Yes, I can.
Can you wrap up, please?
You say
okay.
You're afraid of Trump and that's why you don't want the city to be a safe space for trans people. You better prepare for trans people to make this a very unsafe space.
Was that a threat? Like, did they just threaten the fucking council? By the way, I'm just gonna say, like, I don't know. I'm just gonna say it how it is. Okay, guys.
I'm shaking right now. I don't want to be here.
Up,
okay.
I'm sorry. Am I taking too long pleading for my life?
You remembered how many children I have and that 2 of them are trans.
Astronomically low odds, but you know, maybe there's a genetic factor. I don't know. There might be an environmental or genetic factor. I don't know. But I feel like just percentage-wise, the odds of that would be incredibly low. But there might be, again, like a genetic factor. It's hard to say. I don't know.
I speak as both the B and the T.
Well, it's incredibly unlikely. It doesn't mean that it's not true. It doesn't mean that it's not true, but it is incredibly unlikely, especially in a world where there's a lot of cognito hazard, right? There's a lot of cognito hazard for a lot of kids nowadays that could influence them. And that's just the truth. Like, I'm not, you know me, you know how I feel, you know I have friends who are trans. There is a cognito hazard out there that of people that are basically a social hazard, I guess is a better fucking way to say it. There's like a social hazard of people being influenced to do this stuff because of social benefits. And if you don't think that's true, again, I'm not saying that's the case for everybody. Obviously, there are people who actually, you know, are like that. If you don't think that there's any social pressure towards LGBT stuff, you're just fucking lying. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
In the LGBT.
I'm multiply disabled. I have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a connective tissue disorder that causes me immense
Correct me if I'm
pain.
wrong, guys, but I think they don't know emotional blackmail no longer works this patch.
Yo, Julio, send me the video. I forgot. I don't know where it is. I need the video. I need the buffs video. Send me the buffs. It's literally this right here.
That I was in drag, which is not an easy thing to do in drag.
I do not want to be here. It's my day off. I do not want to be in your DMs. I do not want to be in your email inboxes. I do not want my creativity writing
See, and I couldn't drive myself here, so I had to hide from my driver that I was in drag, which is not an easy thing to do in drag.
I do not want to be here. It's my day off.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
My driver that I was in drag, which is not an easy thing to do in drag. Physical pain. I'm on the autism spectrum. And I have narcolepsy, and I couldn't drive myself here, so I had to hide from my driver that I was in drag, which is not an easy thing.
Also, my driver is a hilarious thing to be able to say. Like, it's actually so peak. It's so peak that she said that. Also, wait, what does she mean she's in drag? I'm confused. I'm confused.
that I was in drag, which is not an easy thing to do in drag.
I do not.
And I couldn't drive myself here, so I had to hide from my driver that I was in drag, which is
Dear
not
God,
an easy thing
humanity
to do in
is
drag.
done.
I do not
Please
want to
send
be.
a meteor.
I was in
Amen.
drag.
I'm so confused. How?
Which is not an easy thing to do in drag.
I do not want to be here. It's my day off. I do not want to be in your DMs. I do not want.
Wait. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Dressel. I'm like so fucking confused. Is that what's happening? They're biologically female, but they're a trans man, but then now they're in drag because they're dressing up like a woman. Is that what's going on?
This is like a Zen riddle that nobody bothers to solve because it would just cause more confusion.
Dude, and then you make a mistake on your assumption and you just get fucking absolutely destroyed on like. I mean, the problem is that and then you call them the wrong thing on accident and then you get fucking in trouble, right?
To be in your email inboxes. I do not want my creativity writing diss tracks like Kendrick. I don't want to spend an hour applying glitter on my face so that you will hear and see me. I want you to listen to me.
Let us remember that the Nazis burned the books that the Nazis burned books on gender sciences first. Now the administration has villainized and marginalized migrant workers, trans, LGBT people, and even special needs, denying life-saving and affirming care.
Can you look at me and tell me how many of my friends need to die before you do anything?
Please wrap up.
Look at me!
Okay, we're all done here.
Fuck you!
You know what I wonder? I honestly wonder, like, how many people, like, dude, I wish I had the fucking Akashic records and I could just look up how many trans people actually died due to, like, people not liking trans people. Like, I really want to know what the actual status of that. It cannot be like that as high as people are saying it is.
No sympathy.
Pathetic!
We're all done. Come on.
Of course, we need to continue celebrating Black History Month because in spite of what's coming down from Washington, we all know that we all exist and we all need to be recognized for our existence.
But be aware.
No, but what do you mean? Like, you obviously, is anybody saying that they don't exist? Like, what do you mean? I don't understand.
That you are a guest in my house when you come. And when you come, know that there are strong, queer, and trans people in my classroom who will collect you with the quickness.
My name in drag is Dee Dee Delight. And my name out of drag is Dewey Cosgrove Atienza.
Laddie LaRouge, he, they, in drag, District 3. My legal...
Wait, what? What?
And my name out of drag is Dewey Cosgrove Atienza.
Laddie LaRouge, he, they, in drag, District 3.
My legal name is Olivia D'Ambrosio. My public name is Livy Scanlon. My wife and I own a home in the Canal District.
I speak as someone who is always misgendered, like all the time. People refer to me as sir when I prefer to be referred to as ma'am. I speak as someone who is afraid to use public toilets. I speak as someone who is a member of this community and is a queer person.
You have to imagine being me and my wife, fearing that our marriage rights will be stripped away at any moment.
Please, I only have so much time. Please, Joe's gonna cut me off.
Which matters more? Covering the legal fees of systemic police brutality or protecting the lives of queer people in our community? Police brutality matters more. Covering the legal fees of systemic police brutality or protecting the lives of queer people in our community.
Okay, how many dude, the problem is that I can't even look this up because, like, how would I even look it up? How would I even look up what the rates are of, like, LGBT, like, you know, quote unquote hate crimes? How can I even look that up? I don't even know how I could. I don't know how I could look that up in, like, an actual, like, I would have to literally look it up and then look at each individual case of what's happening. It's so impossible, you know? Like, you know what would be interesting to, like, actually do some research into this? Like, ask people if they know anybody. Like, maybe just make a tweet. I don't know. My Twitter's not big enough, man. I don't know. Like, if a big content creator, like, posted a tweet that said, like, if you know anybody that was affected by a LGBT hate crime, to, like, reach out to them, and then to actually look into the cases to see what's happening. Because from what I've seen, so when I did look into it, like I looked into it a bit before, and it seemed that every case that happened that was like a quote unquote LGBT hate crime had what's the word? It had additional risk factors involved. Like, for instance, if a person sells drugs and they're like a drug dealer and then they get killed, which is just something that happens to drug dealers, it happens. They just get killed. But if the person happens to be trans and it's counted as like a trans death, right? It's counted as like a trans person being killed, even if the reason for them getting killed is not that.
How many lives have to be lost before you consider fighting back against fascism and corruption?
Now is the time to say that if federal money relies on the dehumanization of trans people, that we don't want your goddamn money.
I get that some of you care more about easy funding than trans lives, and don't mind Nazis for some whatever reason, but...
No, I'm getting so tired of the Nazi shit. Like, honestly, it's so tiring. It's so tiring, and it just makes it mean nothing, which is an insult to, like, people that actually had to deal with World War II.
Normally I would say good evening, but through the chair I will only impart my sour grapes.
It's an extremely emotional and taxing thing to stand up here as someone as part of the trans and gender diverse community.
My name is Katie. I'm from District 5.
It's all
and I'm
contaminated research. You cannot find a source with unbiased standards.
Exactly, the black hat. That's what I mean. It's like literally, it's literally impossible to, like, actually. You would have to look into individual cases. So what you would have to do is you would take the cases, in order to find out the truth. You'd have to take the examples that they give, right? So, you find an organization that is claiming that there's a huge amount of violence against LGBT people. You would take their own data and then look into the individual cases of each data point. Does that make sense? You would have to do that. It's the only way.
In support of agenda items 10B and 14B. Right now in our country, Trump is threatening the trans and gender diverse community.
Noticing people here are trying to control the rights of others, and that's not right. We should.
The kid with a upside down American flag t-shirt being given a speech by their parent to read.
Make Worcester a sanctuary city for trans people. Everybody.
This part right here is pretty disgusting, I think.
Everybody deserves to feel safe, and everybody needs to feel safe.
The way I see it, this is just another
this is
case
the worst
of the
one.
smallest
It's like not even
percentage
close.
of the population screaming the loudest for attention.
There hasn't really been any changes in how people feel safe in the city. My birthday is this Saturday, and all I want is peace and for you to vote yes. Please don't let me down for my birthday.
This is the worst kind of politics, I think. This is fucking awful. It's incredibly cringe, and it's terrible. Like, actually shame on that person for bringing their kid to do this.
There's a lot of queer people that I love, and to Candy Carlson, you should know to never call someone I'm 7 and I know better. The kids are watching and we're ready to vote you out.
You can't vote. You can't vote for shit.
Oh my gosh.
That was so bad. Like this like part with the kid was the worst one by far. Like this was awful. All right, we got this one now. Another one.
Fuck you, fuck your Bible, and fuck Elon Musk and that weird little human shield he carries around with him. That thing has never heard the word no.
This kind of stuff
Let's
is
face
why
it,
everyone
that
has
little
been
booger
so
flicking
up in
fucker
arms
sitting there
about the
with the president
schools.
of the United
No one cared before they started involving kids.
Yeah. That's where I draw the line too. I don't like children being involved
It's
in
not
like
going to be long until the average person won't fall for emotional blackmail anymore, and I find it scary that actual heinous shit might slip by because of it.
Yeah, 100% agree with you, Undertonen. 100%. I also agree that that's where I draw the line too. When they have, I don't think kids have anything to do with any of this sexual stuff. That's just how I feel about it.
weird little human shield he carries around with him. That thing has never heard the word no. Let's face it, that little booger flicking fucker sitting there with the President of the United States in the Oval Office, holding a press conference. Boy, didn't he just put it right in our faces what's what yesterday. So any idea that you had that what wasn't happening isn't happening is off the table. That motherfucker's in charge. He's holding press conferences from the Oval Office with his rotten little bastard child who has never, ever once heard the word fucking no.
How do you know that? That's like some 100%. Like, how could you even know that? How could you possibly know that?
So let's just call that space.
Yeah, she's shit talking a child. She's shit talking a child right now over like some claims that are like, how do you even prove that?
What it is. And look, you Bible beaten bastard motherfuckers, come to grips with this. I went through Catholic schools. I read the Bible. I read the book of Revelations. If you believe in all that shit, you Bible-thumping rat bastards, you must believe that we are in the end of times. And you need to know the Antichrist is here. The only problem is there's too many fucking fuckers to pick. Who the fuck is it? There's so many we could be picking from. Is it that rat bastard Elon Musk? Is it the rat? No, the Antichrist is here. The only problem is there's too many fucking fuckers to pick. Who the fuck is it? There's so many we could be picking from. Is it that rat bastard Elon Musk? Is it the rat
Elon?
bastard Donald Trump? Is it the rat
Donald?
That bastard Barron, who the fuck is what's up with that thing? Because you look at that Melania Trump, Melania motherfuck, whatever the fuck her crazy ass name is. I fucking hate Christmas. I hate, with the red shit all over the fucking White. What the fuck was that anyway? We put this shit back in the White House. I'm beside myself. You know, I was floating around a couple of months in a fucking pool, looking at the clouds. Ooh, look, an octopus chasing a Volkswagen. I was fucking happy. I was fucking motherfucking happy. Now, I've got to walk around wondering who the fucking Antichrist is. You rat bastard Bible thumping fuckers, you put us here. You motherfuckers put us here.
I'm so confused. I don't even know where to begin. That it's the Christians' fault that the Antichrist got spawned? Like, what's happening?
Fuck your Bible.
What is happening? I guess it could be. I guess in a way, but not in the way that she's saying.
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's.
I see what you mean, Julio.